Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, boop, that's me. Boop, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Monday. Happy almost end of the day Monday. We got through it. I hope everybody had a wonderful start to the week and a great day. We just got 4 more left. 4 more, guys. 4. So last night I watched, I didn't watch it last night. Last night I watched the Steelers game, but today I watched Sister Wives. I made copious notes. Let's get right into it. So we started off with Christmases. There were 4 Christmases. There's a Christmas in Flagstaff with Cody and Robin. Robin had said that it's not the first Christmas that they didn't have everybody there, because Mary was over there last year, I believe. However, she said, listen, she is going to do whatever it takes to make sure that her kids have a good holiday, have a nice Merry Christmas. Christmas for Christine is spent with all of her kids. It's something smaller than she's used to, but she loved it. Janelle spent Christmas with Maddie in North Carolina, had a good time. And Mary spent Christmas in Salt Lake City with her friends. Because, listen, I get it and I agree. It makes absolutely no sense to spend Christmas with your ex. And yeah, she would rather be someplace where she's amongst people who actually want her to be there. And it's not an awkward situation. I get that. In the comments, also let me know what you're drinking. I am just drinking some water. Just plain water, no flavorings. So that was the Christmases. Now listen, we got to meet David. We got to meet David in this episode. So Christine and David, they've been dating at the time of this episode. They were dating for 6 months. She is loving it. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Mary and Janelle aren't really interested in dating. We find out that David is 8 years older than Christine. When she was looking for someone, she went to a matchmaker. I guess when you're on a reality TV show, you go to a matchmaker, because that's what I can't think of her name. That's what Sutton did, because that's what Sutton did on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So she went to a matchmaker and she was like, listen, this is what I want. I want somebody who is bald. I want somebody who rides motorcycles and who has tattoos. So the complete opposite physically of Cody. So we find out that David was married. He has 8 kids, and then his wife had passed away. And it was just him raising like these 8 kids. And the one thing that Tony, because she went around and she asked everybody, what do you think of David? They all really liked him a lot. And Tony said that he likes, how did he put it? I don't know how he put it, but he said that he likes that he was left with these 8 kids suddenly, and he handled it. He didn't become addicted to anything. He didn't feel bad for himself. He just moved on, and he took care of the 8 kids. But Tony also said that David reminds me of Cody, and immediately Christine and probably everybody in the audience was probably like, what are you talking about? And he said that because he said Cody's a boomer and so is David. So that started a discussion then of like, okay, what is a boomer? So I don't know how. Okay, so if Christine was saying she is 50, well then that means that David is 58. I'm not a boomer. I'm 56. I'm a Gen Xer. Listen, I refuse. I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen Xer. And I would think that if you're 50, I would think that you're a Gen Xer too. See, now the producers were like, technically, because of his age, David is considered a boomer. So she's like, did she say she's a Gen X? She's in Gen X? She might have. She is. Yeah. She said, and David's a boomer and my mom's a boomer. Let's see what's so terrible with being called a boomer, even though I was just like, don't you dare say I'm a boomer. There's nothing wrong with being a boomer. I just have to tell you, Mary, because Mary was like, the 80s were my jam. And I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm a member of Gen X. I absolutely am a 157% absolutely proud to be a member of Gen X. Listen. Gen X is the best. Gen X is the feral generation. We just are. So, but I'm going to tell you, all that being said, I put up a motion and I want somebody who's also in Gen X to second this motion to kick Cody Brown out of Gen X. We don't want you. I'm going to speak for Gen X. We don't want you in it. And another thing that I want. Plus. This got me so upset that I cannot even speak right. Please. You're not going to see this, Cody Brown. You're not going to see this, but listen to me now and know this later. Don't you dare. I'm going to speak on behalf of Duran and on behalf of Duranis everywhere. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I have been a Durani since the first time I heard Planet Earth, okay? I have been a fan of that band for as long as they've been in existence, for over 40 years. So when he was like, and the music was, now he's right. He's right. The 80s were the best. I'm not going to deny that. The 80s were the absolute best. However, and the music was great. All of this existed all at once. The fashion, the music, the movies, the fads, the TV shows, the pop culture existed in one phenomenally tubular, gnarly, fantastically awesome decade called the 80s. All that is true. You are correct. However, when he was like, and Duran existed in the 80s, was that a dig? Because listen, let me tell you this much right now. Duran was it back then, and Duran is still it. They're still making music. They're still putting out records, albums, CDs, downloads, whatever you want to call it. They are still touring. They are still selling out shows. So listen, I don't know if that was meant as a dig or what, but listen, don't take Duran's name out of your mouth. Thank you. That's just it. That was my rant. That was my big rant. Because as soon as he was like, Duran was in the 80s. That's my motion. 2 motions. Okay, so let's move past that because I'm gonna just rant for forever on that. So getting back to Christine, she knew from the start, like she knew from Jump Street that this was serious, and she wants to know. She would like to know what her kids think, but no matter what they think, it's not going to change how she feels or how she moves forward. They were saying that, like, I think it was Isabel who was taking it the hardest, but Isabel isn't really taking it the hardest. It's just that it's taking her longer to catch on because, and I understand where she's coming from. For her, it's weird seeing her mother with somebody other than her father with Cody. I get that. It's not, like I said, that she's not for it. It's just that it's going to take getting used to. That's all. And it is moving fast, and the kids are saying, hey, it's moving pretty fast. But even Peyton says, there's nothing wrong with that. I think they're okay with it because they see like how their mom was not happy, and now she is extremely happy. The discussion of PDA comes up. Christine, the kids are like, most of the kids are like, it's okay within reason. McKelty is like, I think it's great. Christine went from being in a marriage that didn't have any PDA. Like he didn't show any affection towards her, to this now with a man who just loves her, and she wants to experience this PDA. Listen, I'm with Mary. I'm okay with people doing a little PDA, but when it gets a little, crossing the line, then I'm like, can you get a room? And then didn't Cody come out and say, I never wanted to show PDA before, but now, I can't wait. I love PDA with Robin. Robin doesn't want to do PDA. Smart. Well, yeah, duh. You didn't want to do PDA before. You want to do it now because you found your dream wife, your dream lover in Robin. Ugh. So, listen, they already said the L word. Christine and Dave, it took a week. It took a week. And he said it first. And listen, whenever she was talking, it makes me so happy. She said that with David, she has felt a calm that she's just never felt before. This was the first time in her life that she's felt a calm when she's around someone. And it was like all chaos around them. And then they just got in each other's arms and their souls just like synced up. And they could tell that they were each other's soulmates. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is so sweet. Listen, I'm so beyond happy, so beyond happy for Christine, because listen, she had to put up with living in this marriage, this loveless, joyless marriage, to now finally find her soulmate and just someone makes her so happy. Listen, I am crying, but this is like tears of joy, because this just makes me so happy. She had to endure so much, and now she finds her true happiness. It just is the best. It's the best. So, in North Carolina, Janelle is with Savannah. They looked at that property, that Montana property, and it does look very scenic. It looks beautiful, but that is so far out there. I think that's the one where they said it takes 40 minutes each way to get into town. That's a lot. I mean, it's beautiful, but I don't know. So they were then talking about Coyote Pass. And so she's saying Coyote Pass is going to be split up 4 ways. Janelle has talked to Cody. She's going to have to get an attorney. She talked to Cody. She has her money to pay it off. He doesn't have his money for the payment. Why not? Where is this money? Maybe stop buying campers or artwork or, vehicles. Maybe don't do that and pay this off. Maybe be an adult and pay it off, because this isn't fair to Christine, because all her money for her retirement money, her savings, it's all hemmed up in Coyote Pass. She even suggested to Cody, hey, listen, why don't you take out a loan and you can just finance me out. You can get me out of it. But and he probably said no, I'm thinking. But here's my question. How is his credit? Can he even get a loan? Like, is he saying no because he can't get a loan? I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, how great are their finances? And this just isn't fair. This isn't fair to Janelle, because even though she's physically moved on from this marriage, she's physically moved on, she's emotionally moved on, but she's still stuck in limbo because of this financial issue. So Christine has moved on, Mary has moved on, but Mary hasn't completely moved on, but Janelle's just stuck. That's just really not fair to her. I mean, she's stuck in Flagstaff in an apartment that she can't make any, like she said, she wants to get out of the apartment. She wants to have a house where she can have her own furniture. If she wants to do something to like the walls or something, or she wants to make a change, she can do that. And she's not tied to Flagstaff. Like, she doesn't have to be in the same city as her ex-husband. I think it's so unfair to her. So Cody goes over to Mary's to talk about the breakup. He's like, he needs to clarify some things. He said something like, she says one thing but means something else. I never know what she means. And he's not going over there to accuse her of gaslighting, but I'm thinking he probably will. And listen, he started off by saying, blame yourself if I don't love you. No. I'm not going to do that. So you're saying that, no. You're saying that all of the blame, so if someone were to say to me, if I were in a relationship and someone came to me and was like, listen, I don't love you anymore, so I'm blaming you that I don't love you anymore, I would say, well, first of all, I would probably cry. That was the person in the past. I would cry. But now I'd be like, fuck you. No, it's not my fault. That's your fault that you don't love me. So, no. Okay, let's move on past that. Listen, here's the thing. He said, I never said, he's basically saying, I never said that I couldn't work on it. He said I could fake through it. Not that I wouldn't work on it. Mary's right. Who wants to be in that kind of relationship? Oh, that's awesome. We can fake it. I don't love you and I don't want to work on it, but I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to keep you here and I'm going to fake it. Yeah, I want that kind of relationship. That's healthy. And then when he said, so how do we move on? How do we move forward together? Which made me think, does Cody understand what ending a marriage means? That means you're not together anymore. You don't move forward. That's what that means. Mary was a bigger person. She admitted that, like, hey, each of us had a hand in the marriage not working, me included. But Cody doesn't want to admit that he failed. So, right, that's the thing. So if you don't want to fail, don't marry the wrong person 3 times. Don't marry 3 of the wrong people, and then you'll never fail. And then the whole issue of abandonment came up because the church called him and was like, reason for dismissal or whatever is abandonment. Cody's saying, why did you move so quickly? Quickly? She waited. There was the divorce, the legal divorce. That was 10 years before. So this wasn't quick. He strung her on for a decade. And why did he do that? Well, he felt compelled. He blame it not on him. Blame it on Sonny and Cher. Don't blame it on the rain. Don't blame it on Cody. Blame it on Sonny and Cher. That's right. He felt compelled to stay with Mary because he was so shooketh to the core when he was 6 years old and Sonny and Cher divorced. Yeah, blame it on Sonny's dead, so he ain't gonna hear it. But Cher, guess what? You got divorced and you just shook young Cody Brown to the damn core, right? And he knew. He said he knew he didn't want any of the other relationships. Why did you marry them then? Okay, so, and Mary is saying, hey, listen, the other ladies have moved on. They don't tell Cody anything about their lives. Right, don't tell him anything. Listen, don't tell him nothing. He has no right to know anything. So don't tell him. Right, take a page out of their playbook. Don't tell him nothing. He then comes back and says he wishes he never would have married her. He never loved her. The marriage was on the rocks from the beginning. He claims there was this terrible relationship with Mary, and then Janelle and Christine came in and Robin came in, and I had such a better relationship with the three of them. Meanwhile, Janelle's like, where is this coming from? He should have left the marriage with Mary 25 years ago. But then he says that per leadership of the church, if you're in a plural marriage and you're a man and you just discard wives, then they're not going to let you take any more in. So that's it. That's why he didn't let anybody go. Was he thinking of taking more wives in? He could just barely handle 4. Was he going to get more wives? Oh, ladies, if you're anywhere in that area, don't get in a relationship with him. Just don't. And then he came back and said, divorce doesn't suck. Marrying the wrong person sucks. Yeah, that's right. Exactly, Mary. You know what really sucks is when you marry the wrong person and then you don't have the decency or respect for that person to tell them and let them string them on for 32 years. You don't tell them for 32 years. And I have to tell you, I will die wondering this question. If you did not love her, why did you marry her? Just why? That's it. Why? If you didn't have a fondness for Christine, I'm going to bring it up again, after the gas station damn nachos, why did you marry her? Why? It was the numbers. Because you were in a plural marriage, you had to have numbers? I don't know. I always wonder that. Why? If you did not love Mary, why did you marry her? Why? And then at the end, he comes out and says that he actually likes her now. Oh, after he says all these shitty ass mean things, no. And who else? I don't buy it, but does anybody out there buy that Robin is, or that Cody Brown is a man of his own mind? Because I don't damn believe it. I don't believe that at all. Because that mind is owned by a Robin. Like, after he said last week that Robin was the one who was like, hey, don't end this with Mary. put it in God's hands. Let God figure it out. God didn't want nothing to do with that. So don't tell me that you're a man of your own mind. So Christine, listen, and this on a nice note, Christine and David, listen, no. Okay. Yep. They've been dating for about a month. We finally met David. Oh, I cannot help but cry and just be so happy for her because she finally has a man who just cares about her and loves her and wants nothing but the best for her. I think they're so perfect together. And Christine hit the nail on the head though with plural marriage. You feel threatened, like anytime a new wife comes in, you feel a little threatened. And her and Dave are soulmates, and she sees now the Robin and Cody are soulmates. But if you're in a plural marriage and you have a soulmate in just one of the plural wives, like how do the others survive? Which is true. But it's so lovely. I love those two together so much. Dave and Christine. Oh, okay. So in the comments, let me know if you watched and what you thought. And if nobody told you yet today, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. So it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Hydrate often with water. If you're someplace where there is a dangerous situation, be it weather related or not, please know. Please, number one, be mindful, aware, smart, and safe. And know that Dolly and I are sending our prayers, thoughts, love, and positive energy your way. And I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow, probably for an unboxing and a taste test. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.